the whole overarching idea is that you basically use your data as your event stream as well. In Firebase, your ability to basically let events feed naturally off just changing documents is a brilliant way to coordinate apps, and it can orchestrate your whole pipeline. It solves so many problems in one. So that, I think, is the huge advantage of a Firebase solution. So yeah, check this out, right? Okay, so we've seen the Zenki server running it. It's basically a Kiwi app. Now what it's doing is it's reading and writing to a FireStore document, which other things just bind to and listen to that. And the apps things that are separated have no idea of the others. It's just bound. And so anyway, so here's Zen Tunes playing Mushroom. You see when we pause it. There's our playlist. There's where we can choose a random thing. So that's the app that's being served from the server. It also serves a Swagger API, so you can see a little bit fully documented. I tend to be a bit of a doc because we want to go back. You can get the album image. You can also get track metadata. That's the API that serves basically the API. More importantly though, it's doing an analysis of the music and writing it up to a cloud storage bucket. The player itself, the player actually doesn't put the thing here, the FireStore Python notebook does, but I'll get to that. The point is that those are written by the analysis of the current data performed by the notebook, which you will see later. Okay, and all it's doing basically is writing the current state of the music to a FireStore document. But that's a live thing that apps can subscribe to. If you see a pause, it's a fully event-driven thing, so you can basically just build all of your comms around changing data. It removes the whole complication of messaging and synchronization. It basically orchestrates your pipeline. So by just generating that event, as I said, from the player, all of these things can be run at the writing to cloud storage bucket, the binding of that. How does that happen? Okay, so basically if you strip it out, there are already FireStore libraries, Google libraries for every tech, right? So I've just done one here, which is a IPython notebook. So I was very glad to see some of our devs using that. This particular one is the FireStore example. So I'll switch to that. Okay, so now to take it, this is just a normal Jupyter notebook document, right? So we run it, and it just uses basically a FireStore document to listen for changes, and does analysis on those changes and writes them to a bucket or a CSV file or whatever. But I'm getting ahead. Okay, so here we have a pip install. It just installs all the modules we need. Pip install packages. Okay, then we have a configuration which we just require. Basically, this uses a Google Service account, so it just gets it from the environment and loads that. Just asserts yes, the environment is present. Now it wants to fetch a document from the FireStore. There's a little bit it does here. It gets a document as a dictionary. Pulling that little bit of code. There you go. We've got our object. And say we want to fetch the most recent item. There's our most recent item. We can also fetch a history of that document. So our data and our full database record are basically all just swallowed into one thing. There we have a complete history which is combined to, and now we can monitor that document for changes. So we just open basically a subscriber, and you see I go here playing, state changes from playing to pause. State changes from playing to pause. So I can basically, any information I write and any time I update that document, any app that's interested can just simply listen for those changes. And so why don't we just do a bit of processing on ours, make it pipeline? So in our notebook we take that, we basically write the last few thousand records, I think, so it takes a bit, we write that to a new CSV. Then we upload the CSV to cloud storage. It's only those few lines. It's quite a big document, so it takes a while. But you see, we just import cloud storage, just give it the bucket, upload, and this is self-contained code. There's nothing I'm really hiding here. It's all basically just based on those 3 FireStore and Google dependencies. In the background there, where did we see? Yeah, there's 3 Firebase admin, cloud storage, and BigQuery. Do we have our file uploaded to bucket? No, it's still taking a bit of time. Okay, but here we afterwards. So also, there we go. There we can also create BigQuery queries on this, right? Just import the library, do whatever we want there. I'll just remove that because I'm not particularly interested in BigQuery. Other people maybe. I'm interested in pandas analysis. Here we go, check it out. So here we have a pandas takes that CSV file that's been dumped there, does a little analysis here. You can see the last 10 items that I've been listening to. You can do a bit of a shuffle by playing time, see what I'm playing the most, what order. And here we go to the final truth of tale. There we can basically do analysis of that document right here in our notebook with no external dependencies, analysis, writing it to a bucket, processing it. It's just so simple, man. So I think it's you can build your pipeline that way. You can, and basically also by shipping this doc, right, with minimal changes, we can give it to all of the devs and content developers, and they can start uploading the documents and basically writing apps, working with these things, writing models, reading models, updating things. So it's I think it solves a whole lot of problems at once. We can immediately give working, or very quickly give working apps to everyone who wants to work on this. Cool. Anyway, that's the idea. Let's chat.